Welcome to the Sun Prairie United Methodist Church podcast channel. I'm Bill Ancio, again sharing a scripture reading and devotional message from Disciplines for May 27th to the 31st, 2024. Disciplines is an Upper Room Publications devotional based on Bible readings from the lectionary. I invite you to listen to these words from the New Testament letter of 2 Corinthians. This is chapter 4, verses 5 through 12 from the Common English Bible translation. We don't preach about ourselves. Instead, we preach about Jesus Christ as Lord, and we describe ourselves as your slaves for Jesus' sake. God said that light should shine out of the darkness. He is the same one who shone in our hearts to give us the light of the knowledge of God's glory in the face of Jesus Christ. But we have this treasure in clay pots, so that the awesome power belongs to God and doesn't come from us. We are experiencing all kinds of trouble, but we aren't crushed. We are confused, but we aren't depressed. We are harassed, but we aren't abandoned. We are knocked down, but we aren't knocked out. We always carry Jesus' death around in our bodies, so that Jesus' life can also be seen in our bodies. We who are alive are always being handed over to death for Jesus' sake, so that Jesus' life can also be seen in our bodies that are dying. So, death is at work in us, but life is at work in you. Our devotion this week was written by Laura Huff Heilman, certified spiritual director and dream consultant who works at the intersection of spirituality, sacred psychology, and metaphor. Tends and teaches dream work through her practice Fire by Night and mentors at the Hayden Institute and Wisdom Tree Collective. As a former English teacher, I occasionally diagram Paul's sentences just to see how he does it. Nobody but Paul subordinates clauses within clauses like that and consistently hooks readers for millennia. Today's reading is one of those passages that I'd send back with lots of red ink. He starts off beautifully, but by verse 10, he's deep in his mystic mind, juggling life, death, and flesh in layered rhetoric that perhaps only he can fathom. So I will oversimplify. Being human means we suffer, and suffering can lead us to experience the vulnerability that invites God's presence in a new way. That is not to say God sends suffering, just that God's presence in our suffering is raw and strong and real, and it changes us. We may not relate personally to Paul's descriptions of religious persecution, but our clay jar bodies will certainly know the afflictions and perplexities of aging. Memory frays, bones become brittle, arteries harden, and every little thing is more difficult. Our independence is as precarious as our balance. We begin to feel irrelevant and unseen, and we mourn what we've lost. What treasures could possibly open up through these vulnerabilities? How does Christ's light shine even and especially through trials of aging like dementia, fading sight and hearing, and the looming threat of the next heart attack? I recall a family friend who was once full of vitality. Elderly and incapacitated, he spent months in a recliner while his wife and family tended him. He commented, "All I can do right now is sit here and suffer love." To suffer love was the treasure of his aging body, offering a different kind of strength for those who loved him. That, I believe, is the life of Jesus made visible in our mortal flesh. recall loved ones who allowed the aging process to create a life-giving vulnerability to God's presence. Is there a word or image that helps you name this quality you've witnessed? Hold it with you today. The community of Sun Prairie United Methodist Church invites you to worship this Sunday at 9 a.m., in person or online. Our church is located at 702 North Street in Sun Prairie, just south of Northside Elementary School. Or if you prefer, our online worship is available on the worship page of our website, sunprairieumc.org. Until next time, may God bless you as you do the good you can today.